Liz, who I'm going to back, will continue with those manifesto promises and will continue to deliver for the government and for the Conservative Party moving forward. Thank you.
Well, thank you. Yes, I'm also going to be backing Liz Truss. And as Nadine said, I think she's as strong a Brexiteer as either of us is, and that's really important. She has been my strongest supporter as a candidate in getting Brexit opportunities. When we discussed taxation, Liz was always opposed to Rishi's higher taxes. That again is proper conservatism, and I think she's got the character to lead the party and the nation.
Is Liz Truss the stop Rishi candidate?
Liz Truss is the best candidate. That's what we're working for. She's a proper Eurosceptic. She'll deliver for the voters, and she believes in low taxation.
And she's a woman. And is she the sort of continuity candidate? Will Boris Johnson be backing her?
That's standing for leader.
So that was the Culture Secretary Nadine Dorries and the Brexit Minister Jacob-Rees-Mogg. They have just announced that they are backing Liz Truss to become the next leader of the Conservative Party and, by extension, the next Prime Minister. Ali, Fortescue political correspondent, was listening to that. Ali, what did you make of that?
Well, there we go. Jacob Rees-Mogg, the Brexit Minister, Nadine Dorries, the Culture Secretary, both backing Liz Truss. I think that makes Liz Truss the candidate of the right of the party, the continuity candidate in a sense, the one that Boris Johnson loyalists will rally round. And I asked them, is she the stop Rishi candidate? And I think that is really what she is going to become now, because we have seen, Nadine Dorries has been pretty clear in her criticism of the former Chancellor and his decision this time last week to resign, ending really Boris Johnson's premiership, triggering the collapse of government and the swathe of resignation among junior ministers. And they've just come out, they've said they're going to be endorsing Liz Truss. Until now, what we're really seeing is candidates like Liz Truss, like Kemi Badenoch, like Suella Braverman and Priti Patel, if she does stand, sort of fishing from the same pond, getting MPs from the right of the party to back them, people like Steve Baker, people like Michael Gove. It's interesting to see the vote split in a sense. So I think what we're seeing now is Boris Johnson loyalists gathering around Liz Truss, and she, of course, has pitched herself as a tax cutter in contrast to the Chancellor, the former Chancellor Rishi Sunak, who's facing criticism for not being willing to cut taxes quickly enough. She suggested that she'd want to reverse the national insurance hike that's meant to pay for social care and health care. So there we go, two of those big beasts in Boris Johnson's cabinet, his fervent supporters right till the last coming out and backing Liz Truss. But of course we are expecting Rishi Sunak any moment now, not far from here, to launch his bid. At the moment he has the most MPs openly backing him, and of course today is a crucial day because what they need is 20 nominations from MPs other than themselves to get onto that ballot paper tomorrow. So a forwarder, seconder and 18 other MPs backing them. That is what they're going to be trying to do. It seems as if quite a few of those candidates will get through already. It looks like people like Tom Tugendhat, Penny Mordaunt and Rishi Sunak all have the numbers, and I suspect after this intervention this morning we will almost certainly see Liz Truss getting on that ballot paper tomorrow, and MPs of course will be voting tomorrow, and we'll see the number of candidates being whittled down really quite quickly. It could even be that by next week we are already down to the final two.
Ali, obviously our colleague Beth Rigby spoke yesterday to Boris Johnson. He declined to swing behind any of the candidates, but Jacob Rees-Mogg and Nadine Dorries were really two of his closest and most loyal Confederates. They were in the bunker with him in the dying days before he announced he was resigning. Can we see this as, by extension, an endorsement from Boris Johnson for Liz Truss?
I think it's probably fair to say, I mean, yesterday, as you say, Beth Rigby couldn't get an answer out of Boris Johnson. He wouldn't say who he would back. He's obviously an unconventional Prime Minister. I wonder if further down the line we will see him more openly backing a candidate. But at the moment, he is not doing that. But I think having two of those people that right till the end were standing with Boris Johnson when so many people abandoned him, having them coming out outside Downing Street after Cabinet and saying that they support Liz Truss, I think you have to see that as by an extension and endorsement from Boris Johnson.